Freestyling because for some reason every time. But I think it works for certain things. But if it's my own stream, I noticed it fucks up because I was looking at your stream earlier and it didn't crack, like, you know, give an error, one thing. But we'll see, because it could also crash. Well, you know, yeah, like cancel my stream while we're in the match. But hopefully that won't happen. All right, is it alright if you're gonna search for a match now?
No. Yeah, I'm looking for a match. No Love Gaming, I doubt it, unless they pay Miller a lot of money for the rights. I think so too, No Love Gaming. I think Miller should get just a lot of money for it because, you know, he was the one who wrote the first movie. So, and a lot of things you can't do without Miller, Victor Miller, so.
Oh, that's not a good sign. This is the internet quality's bad.
But I do know about that No Love Gaming. I've done a lot of research on the Friday the 13th stuff, so I know a lot of the research. I'm telling my good friend who's like a brother to me over here on Skeptical, I'm telling him about it because he doesn't know as much about it as I do. So that's why I was telling him about it. So basically, they can't reach an agreement on money. That's why it's not.
A question I want to quickly ask you. It's not exactly Friday the 13th, but I just want to. I've been asked it for wondering. What do you think's been happening about the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise?
That one I can't really answer because I don't really know as much about that one than I do with the Friday the 13th.
Yeah, because technically they've been doing it, like, you know, of course, like Jason, where like Freddy keeps coming back. And then, they, like, supposedly, like, he's supposed to be gone, but then, like, people don't really know what's going on. And, of course, Wes Craven's sadly gone, so that's another reason why it's kind of, people don't know what's really going on with the franchise. Because the last thing about it, it was just the remake, wasn't it? I don't think...
It was the remake, yeah.
They haven't made anything since, so...
Yeah.
But I remember there was also... Oh, sorry, like, quick say.
I was saying was No Love Gaming. If you want to, you can come sub to me and Skeptical on the channel. We'll give you shout-outs, and we do that for everybody. So, and once I get to maybe 200 or 300 subs on my channel, haven't decided yet, I might start doing rewards, but I just have to figure out how to do it. So.
For a change, I'm playing as Adam, by the way.
Oh, Adam's really good. Adam's really good. But no, so to answer your question, I really, I can't really answer the question when it comes to
just like Friday the 13th, there has been rumours that they are going to continue the franchise in some way, shape or form, but I don't know, I haven't heard anything in a while. Last time I think I heard that was almost a year ago.
But the problem is, there's no lawsuit for Nightmare
Wasn't there a
Street
small one though? I thought there was a small one.
No.
Was that not true?
It wasn't. Not true. The only thing that was a lawsuit about was if they were going to make a game out of it, because they didn't know how they were going to do it, because there was a game in the past, but it was so old that it's kind of easily forgotten about. So, you there, Skeptical? Oh, I think he's AFK, but...
Yeah, I'm here by the way, Angelo.
Oh,
so I was just talking to my mum. Oh, I found a machete. Cool.
Nice. But, did your stream work?
Mom. Yeah, Angelo?
I was saying, did your stream work?
Yeah, it's working fine for now, hopefully. So...
Okay. At least that's a good thing. At least it's working, so... But, no, so... Here's the thing. I can't really answer anything with the Nightmare on Elm Street stuff because... I know less about that than I do with Friday the 13th.
Right.
Because I've been watching Friday the 13th since I was a little kid. I've been watching it since I was like...
I think I told you this before. Well, actually, this is going to be like two conversations in one, if this makes sense, alright? So, you ready?
Yeah.
So, basically, even though I kind of grew up on Michael Myers first, I've always been more of a Jason Voorhees fan, right?
Right.
Basically, I don't know if your experience is the same about horror, but I've always been a horror fan due to kind of like the atmosphere and the characters and everything around that. But I think also another reason why I'm a big fan of horror is also because how it's kind of like affecting my life anyway. Because I've always had like certain nightmares of things. Like I've always had like a thing where like I like wolves, but at the same time I'm fucking terrified of them. Since when I was a child, I kept on having like loads of nightmares. There's like one period of my childhood where I kept on having non-stop nightmares of wolves. Like whether it was a werewolf or wolves, like no matter what type of wolf it was. I think the most disturbing one, I think I explained this to you a while ago, had to be the one where one time I was getting chased through a werewolf in a forest and he was wearing that stereotypical fucking hunter's jacket, you know, the one where it's kind of like checkered, like red and black. And yeah, I was running in the forest and I could hear like chainsaw him behind me. Then in the end I thought he was gone. And then it was fucking brutal, right? Because the chainsaw goes straight through my head, onto the other side of my head, goes straight first into a fucking tree.
Wow.
Fucking terrifying. That has to be probably the most scariest like type of wolf nightmare I ever had. So what is it?
So here's my response to that. How I got into horror was a very different. What? You don't need me out here. Stacey, you know what I want. You can either get me cheese or pepperoni. That's simple. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My sister likes to bother me, but anyway. So to answer that question, so I'm kind of an oddball here.
Okay.
I didn't really have nightmares growing up with the horror movies. I actually grew fascinated by it. I actually grew a love for it by not having any nightmares.
I didn't mean horror movies. I mean like horror stuff in general. Like that's kind of like another thing why I love horror.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had grown a huge love for horror stuff. So like I remember I watched this. So I don't know if I told you this story, but I might have.
Yeah.
But so the story behind this one, this is an interesting story, was that when I was little, I watched a movie, and I forget what it was called. I don't remember what it was called.
I mean,
but
I get what you mean. It's probably like something similar to that. But yeah, when you said something,
it's similar to that.
Yeah.
It was similar to it, but I just couldn't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
But I was watching a zombie movie when I first got into horror.
Yeah.
And
oh shit, he's right fucking there.
And so basically, what happened? An interesting story with me was when I first got into horror. It was a thing where I felt more at peace with myself than I did afraid, because with me, the story with that was I didn't know what fear was when I was little. Like I wasn't afraid of really anything. I looked at fear like it was just an obstacle in my way.
Sorry, by the way. Oh shit. How? Oh, that was a lucky teleportation. Am I dead? No, I'm dead. Fuck, almost got out. Yeah, you were saying.
But no, so basically, I really appreciate you asking me this question, because not a lot of people know this about me. So, I'm a very strange person when it comes to that.
Yeah, I am actually too. I'm gonna bring it up in a sec, but I'm still down to listen to your side first. By the way.
So, with me, I wasn't into one particular movie. I wasn't like into like.
I'm the same. I love horror movie genres in all the different types, like slashers, etc. Like all of them, to be honest.
I like the only movies that ever actually scared the crap out of me was anything with spiders. Like I am very arachnophobic.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very arachnophobic. I've always been scared to death of spiders. So I watched a movie. One of my friends. You remember Andrew, right? The one I told you about.
Yeah.
So I was over at his house one time. He put on a movie. This is his idea, not mine. So don't blame me for this. I didn't know he was gonna do it. Right?
Okay.
but he put on a movie called Big Ass Spider.
Oh, okay.
And he was afraid of spiders too. And I'm like,
I think that's probably one of in the list of the most common phobias, to be honest. Spiders is. Like,
but
sure.
I have a good reason to be afraid of spiders. I was bitten by one when I was little.
Yeah.
I was about 4 or 5 when I got bitten by a spider, and my foot was like a hot air balloon. Like, I couldn't even walk on it. And I was like, and I had school, I think, about a few days later, and they said my foot was so swollen that I couldn't walk on it, and I ended up going to the gym and played anyway, because I wasn't going to listen to anybody. I was defiant like that, but...
Alright, before I forget, I might as well spit this out now. So, my logic when it comes to fears is pretty fucking weird, right? Listen to this. So, the phobia that I'm surprised I've never had when growing up is drowning. Here's why, right? So, twice in my life, I've actually almost drowned, right? Well, one was more closer than the other. So, basically one time I forgot how old I was. Let's just say 5, 4, I don't fucking know. I've only ever been on a cruise ship once, but I actually wouldn't mind doing it again. So I actually remember really enjoying it as a kid. The only downside was luckily, well, why am I saying luckily? So I'm spinning up the wrong shit. My mum wasn't paying attention, and basically I was in the pool and I reached the deep end. Well, I got to the point where I literally, because I wasn't a good swimmer back then, right? Because I was too young, and I, of course, you know, I couldn't touch the ground or anything, and it was like too deep for me since I was not tall back then, of course, and I wasn't that much of a good swimmer back then. Anyway, I was finishing the water, and I literally felt it was really hard for me to breathe, and it was like just all the water flowing around me, and me just trying to get back up, and I was literally choking in the water. Well, luckily, this guy dived into the water and saved me. And to this very day, I wish I knew what that guy looked like, because I was literally choking to death, and my eyes were very blurry because, of course, of the water going in my eyes. But yeah, after that, before I carry on the end, the conclusion on that phobia is there was another time, which I don't know if it was a few years before or a few years after. I was still a little kid. Anyway, there was this little brat, right, and it was at this like hotel, and there was these water slides, and I was kind of tempted whether to go and slide down it or not, because, you know, I thought, oh, this is a bit risky. What if I can't swim in this one? And there was like this little brat kid was almost trying to push me down the fucking slide, like purposely, like being an a-hole. And luckily, I was calling out, and my mum had to save me. But that was another reason why I almost, you know, if I let go, you know, with him pushing me, I could have gone into the water, and if I couldn't, and then if I went in there and I couldn't get, like, you know, if I actually went down the slide, because I was gripping on top of the water slide, right, like the tube ones, and you know, if somehow I was either pushed down or I actually let go, if I landed in the water and I couldn't swim, then I was basically kind of screwed almost. Well, my mum probably would have quickly came and tried to save me anyway. But yeah, I've just always been surprised that after those two situations, I've never had a huge phobia of water. I've just, like, my logic, oh, don't mind me, I'm going to go back in the water. Like, most people, that would scare the shit out of them, and they'd probably have, like, a phobia of water for, like, so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with me, I don't fear anything or anybody. I don't, because the thing is with me, I've been put through some shit. So it's like, you know, I don't fear anything or anybody. You know what I mean? So I have good reasons for that. But I remember, you're going to think this one's fucked up, right? So
Alright.
I remember when I was little, I watched a movie called Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things.
Oh, I've never heard of that movie. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's what it's called, yes. And I watched that movie. That movie was supposed to be one of the scariest movies in history.
Okay.
Didn't scare me once.
Wait, really? Well, no matter what disturbing shit was in it? Well, I don't know what's in it, but I could just imagine it being extremely disturbing, right?
It was more like terrifying, like disturbing, right? It didn't even scare me.
Oh, that's a surprise. Huh.
Well, because here's the thing, I wasn't afraid of a lot of things, but So here's a funny story. You're gonna laugh at this.
Okay.
So I think it was about a year or two ago when Andrew came over to my house. We were hanging out. This is, I think around the time I was getting to know you, right?
Yeah.
And
well, girls on that. Yeah, sorry.
And no, don't worry about it. And so turn around. He dressed up as Michael Myers for Halloween, and I'm
shit.
like, not Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god. Right. So I'm like, so he's like, oh, I'm gonna try and scare you because the thing is with Andrew's never scared me before. Like he's never like when we've done Halloween stuff before, he's never scared me. He's tried, but he's failed. You can still hear me, by the way, right?
Yeah, I still can. Yeah.
All right. I'm just double checking because I
put
know
it as
my
part
headset.
2, Jason, since I've never. Oh no, it didn't save it. Fuck! I unlocked some new kills on him. I was gonna save him. Never mind. All right, yeah, you can.
But no. So, only time Andrew ever scared me was when we watched a big ass spider movie.
Yeah.
But that was because
didn't scare you when he was wearing the.
No, it didn't. No, because he was like, I'm gonna scare you finally. He's gonna see because he was like, because he never actually scared me before. Like he's never like.
He actually hasn't physically made you jump like a jump scare.
Yeah, basically, he's never actually made me like piss myself or shit myself or anything, you know. And I when I've seen spiders, and so turn around and he's like, okay, so I'm gonna scare you this time. I'm like, okay, I'd like to see you try. Because he's tried scaring me for a couple years, and he's failed every time. Right. So, no offense, Andrew, but you did. You failed miserably. But
that's the best way to put it, I guess.
But you know, anyway, so he appeared as Freddy Krueger.
Right.
And he's like, so did I scare you? I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I just said calmly, but I'm also said it kind of badass. I'm like, no, you didn't scare me. He's like, fuck. You're gonna think it's hilarious because it was random too. I'm like, I knew he was gonna dress up as fucking Freddy because I'm like, who the hell else would he dress up as? You know? Mm-hmm. And he's like, did I scare you? I'm like, nope. He's like, fuck. It's fucking hilarious.
That's what Tommy Jarvis, right? The walkie-talkie.
What?
Oh no, that's just to hear people in game chat, isn't it? You know the walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, if you actually were here when it happened, you would be dying of laughter.
Yeah, probably if I was there and he didn't tell any of us, I probably would have been the one that got jump scared. Not gonna lie, knowing me, because sometimes I can't get scared easily at certain things. Sometimes it just depends what, really.
But here's the thing with me though: if you're with me a lot, just know you're not gonna get scared very often because I'm one of the bravest people you ever meet. I don't fear anything, so hell, I would even jump out of a plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can't say that about a lot of people.
That is true. Oh, shit.
You know, a lot of people would be scared to jump out of a plane. I was asked once if I wanted to go and go parachuting with somebody. I'm like, sure, why not?
No, I didn't realize he was placing that. No! Oh, this is probably going to be a good kill. Oh, shit. I remember this one. He got to the honor. Oh, both of them! Yeah, sorry.
But no, so turn around. And I put gas in the 4-seater, by the way. But okay. But true fucking story. So I'm like, really, Andrew? I'm like, you know I love you. You're like a brother to me, but you really think that's gonna scare me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've known me for almost 8 years, okay? You've known me for almost 8 years.
Wait, so when did he do that prank on you?
It was about a year or two ago when he came over.
Okay.
And when he came over last time, before let's just say some shit went down, and which I'm not gonna get into that, but basically, long story short, so when he came over last time, he tried to scare me, and he failed very badly, and because of that, he didn't scare me, and he's like, well, how the fuck do you expect? How am I gonna scare you? I'm like, you're not gonna be able to. You know what the funny part about that is too? Well, he said you're exactly right. he's like, because I said to him, like, his dad was when he was Freddy, right? And
yeah.
I said to him, you're not gonna scare me. You've tried for almost 8 years, and you haven't scared me once. And those.
He's still went in that trap. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, yeah, you were saying.
But no, like, listen to what I'm telling you, right? You're gonna find this hilarious. Let's say you've known me for 8 years, right?
Okay.
And you've tried nothing but just tried to scare me to death, okay? And you've never succeeded. How would you feel?
Pretty disappointed.
That's what my point is. I felt so disappointed for Andrew because it was like, you know what my biggest fear is, and you can't even scare me. What the fuck? I'm like, you know, I'm deathly afraid of spiders, but yet you bring out Freddy Krueger on me. I'm like,
yeah. Okay, really? Here's a serious question for you, right? If someone pulled a spider prank on you, would you be both annoyed but proud or not? What would your honest opinion be on that? If,
my honest opinion, I would probably shit myself.
Yeah.
I would probably shit myself. Because, you know, spiders have always been the thing that has caused fear in me.
Yeah.
Because spiders have been a burden, but they've also been kind of a blessing to me in a way. They've been a blessing to me because of my defiance. Because why do you think I earned the nickname Kingcerberus?
I think I put that on right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I earned it because of my defiance, and I learned that when I got bitten by a spider, and my foot was swollen like a hot air balloon, and I couldn't. And they told me I couldn't do gym or anything, and I did it.
Oh, he's doing the same kill he did on me. Oh.
Yeah. You know, and they told me I couldn't play that day because my foot was so swollen.
Sorry, what was that you were going to play again?
So we were doing, I think it was basketball.
Okay.
And it was part of a gym class. And because I was pretty good at basketball, but I wasn't the best. But I was pretty good. Like, I could dodge, I could keep the ball and everything. I was pretty good at 3-point shooting and 2-point shooting, but I wasn't good at dunks or anything. But you know what I'm getting at by that. But but anyway, so turn around, and my foot was like a hot air balloon, and you know how big those hot air balloons are, right? Imagine that being my foot, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, imagine that being my foot because my foot was so swollen because of my spider bite. And
wait, how old was you when that happened again?
I was about 6-ish, but I was like I think it was in like first or second grade at the time. But this is when I had gym, and as one of the courses, and because we had gym around that time, and because at that time, you know, gym was a necessity to pass, you know.
Right.
And so I had to have gym at the time. And it was a few days later. It was a few days because I had to take a few days off because I had to go to the hospital. They got a check and everything.
Okay.
Thank God. But it was venomous, very venomous, and because of that, my foot was like a hot air balloon. You know, like what a hot air balloon is, right?
Yeah.
Think about my foot being that size.
Alright.
Think about that. Think about how that my foot being that big. So I was told from the doctors not to play. I was told from the doctors not to play gym for about, I think, a few weeks until it was fully healed. right? Or until the swelling went down, right?
Right.
Guess what I did?
What?
The day later, when I went back to school, I played gym.
Oh.
I looked at my doctor and I'm like, "Fuck you."
Can I tell you what sport
and ever
I've
since then, that's when I
sorry.
had my defiance.
Right.
And I did it anyway, even though I was told not to. And I was known as the most defiant person in high school when it came to that, because I didn't know how to stay down. I didn't know how to, heal or anything. I was too tough for my own body. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean by that, or not really?
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
Hold on. Ugh. Skeptical, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right.
So I had to get back. I had to switch up my position. But anyway, because how I was positioned was uncomfortable. But anyway, but that's kind of how Kingcerberus was born.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Was when I was a little kid and I was defiant because I wouldn't listen to anybody about me missing gym or anything. And that's kind of how Kingcerberus was born. And, that's kind of my story of how I became Kingcerberus. And so, around that time, I didn't really fear anything. So that's why when I was watching horror movies and stuff at the time, I had no fear. Because I was so defiant and I was so ignorant, if you know what I meant, that I didn't know what fear was. And honestly, to me, fear was weakness to me. That's how I grew up. Was, to me, fear was a weakness. And I'm not saying, fear is a bad thing. Everybody gets scared sometimes. Everybody gets scared sometimes. But it's just, to me, how I was when I was growing up was, fear was a weakness.
Yeah.
And I was not weak. I was, I was one tough son of a bitch,
I can't look.
And so, to me, fear was gonna hold me back. So, to answer your question about why I was never afraid of anything, it was because, to me, fear was always a burden, if you know what I'm trying to say by that.
All right.
To me, fear was an excuse, and I never lived in excuses. So, and like I said, that's just how.
Shit.
Like right there, I don't blame you for being afraid because everybody's afraid of something. That's just how it is. But me, I always, to myself, that's just how I feel with myself. I'm not saying it for everybody else. I'm just saying it was me and me only. So I didn't want you to think it had anything to do with you or anything. It doesn't. Trust me. But I felt fear was a weakness because fear would always just hold you back. You know what I mean? From greatness and everything. And honestly, I always believed that since I was little, and that's why I've never been really afraid of anything, because I never let anything hold myself back from what I want to achieve. And so, to me, fear has always been weakness,
You want some more?
There's the difference between doubt and fear. Like, everybody doubts themselves every once in a while. That's just gonna happen. But that's why I've never really experienced fear, because I've never let fear define me as a person, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So that's why I fear nothing and no one. Okay. That's why I fear nothing and no one, because motherfucking Jason. But no, what? But no, why do you think when I first played this game, and they said it was the scariest game in existence, I looked at it like, you're lying to me.
I disagree. Yeah, it does have its scary parts, but there are definitely scary games out there. Usually that goes to games like Ninja, like mainly works on like first person horror games, since they're like the jump scares like right in front of you.
Yeah, and like and like when I played Slender the Arrival, like that's in first person. You know what I mean? And I remember I watched a little bit of Andrew's stream of it, and he was scared to death. Right? Yeah. When I played it, I wasn't scared at all. I'm like, how are you afraid of it and I'm not?
Probably when I play it, I'll probably be fucked, like very, very scared, like scared shitless, so very.
No. If you watch my stream, Skeptical, right?
Yeah.
You could literally tell not even one word I was saying.
I still haven't watched the most recent one, but I have watched both of the old parts. Yeah.
Yeah, and you could tell by the sound of my voice, I was not afraid at all. Like, I had no fear.
I know most of the time you were like, come here, you fucker, I'm not afraid of you, and shit like that.
Right.
Because literally you're not there. Slenderman could give it all he got and you don't have shit.
I was not afraid. I was not afraid of him at all. And that's what a lot of people don't understand with me. If I say I'm not afraid of him, I'm not afraid of him at all.
Yeah.
And
because usually, of course, the cliche goes, someone says, I'm not afraid of you, and then you see them running like scared, like that saying.
That's what I've noticed with a lot of people. It's like, I've noticed that with a lot of people nowadays. It's like when they say, "Oh, I'm not afraid," but then they run away. It's like, what the fuck? You said to me you're not afraid, and now all of a sudden you're running away like a coward. I'm like, you're better than that. You're really gonna slash me, Jason? What the fuck?
Yeah, you see, he used a kill on me, but I don't get why he didn't do one on you. Weird.
Because he probably knew how to pocket knife, probably. But no, what I'm saying is right. So, I remember like when I'm gonna use Slender the Arrival for example, right?
Right.
Let me use that as an example. So when I watched Andrew play Slender the Arrival, he
quick question: was the first Slender game Slender the 8 pages?
I believe so. Yes, I believe.
Do you know what would be cool if they made a remastered of that? Because technically the graphics kind of look a bit iffy now. So if they remastered that, that'll be really fucking
But
cool.
They got to make the other Slender games as well to go on with that.
Of course,
because like Slender Asylum, Slender Christmas, what have you. They got to do those, so they're going to do that because that would just make the most sense. But I'll give you a perfect example, right? Like, you've seen it when I've done my Slender the Arrival streams, right? You could tell not even one thing I said I was afraid of. Like,
oh shit, he's the only one left. Sorry, I didn't realise the other two died. Yeah.
Yeah. But you could even tell when I was playing Slender the Arrival, I was not even afraid once. Right or wrong?
From what I remember, you weren't scared at all.
Like, I just said, come at me, Slender Man, I dare you. I'm like, come after me, I dare you. And when he came up, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you remember when I was doing Genesis, right?
Yeah,
I did Genesis. I wasn't even scared once. And Genesis is the hardest mode on Slender the Arrival, by the way. It's the hardest challenge you can do in that whole game.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yes, I agree, because I remember you saying how much you struggled on it.
No. You know how Genesis is the hardest challenge on Slender the Arrival, right?
Yes, I do remember.
On my first attempt, I beat it. On my first time doing it, I beat it in 3 tries.
Yeah.
And then I speed ran it on the second time when I played Eddie, and then the third time, which I beat it recently, took me a little bit more attempts because I had to figure out everything again.
Okay.
But I had beaten Genesis, and when I beat Genesis, I wasn't even afraid once.
Okay.
So that's what a lot of people don't seem to understand with me is just because you tell me that it's scary doesn't mean it actually is. Doesn't mean it's going to scare me.
Yeah, I think in my opinion so far, the most scariest game I've played, but mainly due to jump scares, because I played a bit of Outlast 2, but the only thing I didn't like about it was the one mission I was on, but not really mission, kind of like part, I'd say, of the game.
Yeah, one part, yeah.
It is the part with the fucking water. Like, I hate that stealth part. But
I did get jump.
Yeah, I did get jump scared quite a bit. It did scare me a bit. But so far, I think, in my opinion, the scariest game I played is mainly due to the jump scares, is the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Because so far, the only ones I've played is 1 to 4, and that was. Did I lag out or did you purposely leave? No, we got kicked.
Yeah, we got kicked. Host left. So. Yeah. The scariest game I've ever played.
Oh, I'll say mine after. Oh, can I quickly say mine first? Because I was building.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, no, I did say it. So, but the last thing I was going to finish. Yeah, the last thing I was going to say onto it is, I haven't played it on PC or console yet, but I think I'll more likely play it on console first. But I think I remember you hearing it a while ago. I might as well just say it just in case. Is I've played 1 to 4 on a tablet, so like touchscreen. Yeah. So that was a pretty cool experience. Yeah.
I can understand if you're afraid of the fourth game, because because of how the animatronics are. Like, they look fucking demonic. It's like, what the fuck?
Honestly,
you know. Hold on. Like, hold on a second.
All right.
Hold on a second. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, sorry, it was my headset. But anyway, so I can understand the fourth game because the only one that ever actually creeped me out, like, it didn't scare me. I'm going to emphasize that. It didn't scare me. Okay?
Yeah.
But it caught me off guard. I was not expecting it, was Nightmare. That's why Nightmare has always been my favorite, because Nightmare and Foxy were always my two favorites.
Yeah.
And Nightmare is always my favorite because he was so mysterious and there was not a lot of backstory behind him. And that's what I love. I love wanting to know more about a character. Is because, even though he caught me off guard, he didn't scare me.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, soon you're going to need to tell me the order, because I have seen like 2... Well, kind of like X-Laser's last telling of Scott Cawthon's books, but you're going to need to soon tell me the order of the books, because I really want to get them and read them. I've heard recently, all the way through, of Scott Cawthon's recent story, isn't it called Blackbird? Yeah, Blackbird. That story was surprisingly messed up, actually. Like, to be honest.
I don't have that one yet.
Yeah, it's actually really fucking creepy. I like the story in that one.
I have two of those. I have two of those stories. I have Into the Pit and I have Fetch. Those are the only two I have. And those are the first two books. Which,
so far, Dorko's made quite a few songs of the books. Which is cool. But
yeah, I have...
Which one came first? Wasn't it called The Silver Eyes was the first one, right?
Series compared to the Silver Eyes ones.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. I got confused.
So, the Silver Eyes, then it was the Twisted Ones, and then it was the Fourth Closet.
I've actually always had an interest in the Twisted Ones, because I always thought... Wait, is it true that someone made a fan game of the Twisted Ones? Did someone actually make a fan game? They have?
That's actually true. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see gameplay of that.
But here's the thing. You know who's on the cover of the Twisted Ones?
Was it one of the versions of Freddy, right? Like one of the Twisted versions of Freddy?
Yes. I will give you a hint.
Okay.
Who is my favorite animatronic?
Nightmare.
That's Nightmare.
Yeah, wait, it was Twisted. Is it Twisted Nightmare or just normal Nightmare?
It was normal Nightmare.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And Nightmare's the cover of the Twisted Ones, because, again, that's why I love the Twisted Ones, is because, again, it was supposed to reveal something new.
Right.
And, like, the book series is different than the games. So, that's why I love that's why I got the books. I have the first 3 books, which is Silver Lies, Twisted Ones, and the Fourth Closet.
Oh.
I got all 3. I have to get all the Fazbear Fright books, which is I only have the first 2 of.
Before I forget,
like you're talking about with Blackbird.
Yeah. Well, Blackbird, I think, is recently to do with the Fazbear Fright stories, right?
Blackbird is part of the Fazbear Fright stories, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, what was you sorting out?
So basically, what I was saying was, those the book stories are different than the games.
Yeah. Is it true that they are connected though, in the same lore, or not?
That I can't answer, because I haven't gotten the chance to read the books yet, so I can't really answer that.
Have you read the ones that you got yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gotten the chance to read them yet. From what Scott said, though, was that there's supposed to be a story or 2 that's in those stories that's supposed to be canon to the actual story of the lore.
Nice.
But he never said which ones.
Oh, so, okay. That's cool.
But if what he was saying was true, and there's actually stories from those stories that are actually canon,
yeah,
then that would be interesting to see which ones are canon. But they're saying that this game, Security Breach, is supposed to be like its own separate game. So it's supposed to be like its own separate universe. So don't think that Security Breach is canon to the other games, because it's not. It's its own separate thing.
Alright.
That I do know for sure. But what I'm saying is with the Final Fantasy Freddy's games, I've actually played a little bit of them. I just couldn't beat them because I was at a time limit.
So which ones have you played?
I played a little bit of the first one. I played a little bit of the first one, and I played a little bit of the second one. But I couldn't fully beat them because I was playing them in the library, and they had like time limits in the library for like how long you could play something.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
So you have. So did you say you've only played 1 and 2? Correct.
Yeah, that's the only ones I've played. But I've seen YouTube videos on the Final Fantasy Freddy's games, and so I have an idea of how they work, and so the third game I think is going to be the hardest in a sense because of the mini games. So I'm going to explain to you how I see it. Okay.
Oh shit! His spear's gone like not even on my arm.
But no, what I'm saying is the third. So the first game is hard because of the power. You know what I mean?
No! Oh shit!
I saved you once. I couldn't save you again.
Yeah. Oh,
but no,
I forgot to thank you for that, by the way.
No problem. But no, what I'm saying is you could thank me by coming back as Tommy. So.
Wait, you've done that already? Wait, someone else is Tommy for now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
You can thank me for next game. If you're Jason, you can thank me for that. But no, what I'm saying is, so I want to tell you what you're gonna have to be prepared for in the games. In the first game, the hardest thing you have to do is managing your power.
Oh, I think that was a trap I placed. Did you get into it, by the way?
That was me, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. That was supposed to be for if Jason went to that building. Sorry.
No, I didn't even know it was there, so that wasn't... So... I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention, but...
Alright.
Anyway. But, no, what I was saying was, right, so... Each game has their own challenges, right? So, like, in the first game of Final Fantasy Freddy's, the toughest challenge is managing your power.
Yes, that is true. I've seen loads of different players, including, like, when I knew or not, that they struggle with that a lot. Surprisingly, I was good but bad with that. It just depended on what situation. Like, sometimes I can manage it pretty well, but... Yeah.
The second game was difficult because of all the animatronics you had to go against, which is 10 of them.
And also really including having to struggle with monitoring, having like to do marionettes. Box. Yeah, music box. Yeah. That's true. That's what
that was what was challenging. The mini games weren't that hard, but the hard part was basically everything else.
Okay.
You know, the third game. Hello. The third game. You and I can agree on this. If you haven't already, if you've done enough research.
Mm-hmm.
The toughest thing on the third game is the mini games.
That is
because
true, yeah.
the mini games is so fucking difficult to do. Like I've had to watch it like 4 times before I understood how those mini games work. That's how hard those mini games are. Trust. Those mini games are so hard, especially when you're playing as Shadow Bonnie. That fucking mini game is so goddamn difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the hard one. The hard one for the fourth game, the hardest thing about the fourth game, is basically going against Nightmare Marion, because he's just a prick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the toughest challenge. And then in the fifth game, the toughest challenge is the one where you're trying to go against Foxy.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're against Funtime Foxy in his area. And that's fucking difficult because, you know, he's motion activated. You know? So, like, you have to really be conscious of that at all times, because if you don't, you're gonna die. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was what was challenging in the fifth game. Okay. The custom nights aren't that bad. You just gotta get into a rhythm, basically.
What would you say is the most challenging thing in Pizzeria Simulator, aka FNAF 6?
Hold on. Okay. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah. Did you hear what I asked,
though? No.
I said, what would you say is the most challenging thing in...
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hang on.
What happened?
What the fuck?
Wait, what happened? You alright?
What the hell?
What's it keep on doing?
My controller just is acting up, but anyway, go ahead.
What would you say is the most difficult thing about Pizzeria Simulator, aka FNAF 6?
You're really putting me on the spot here, aren't you?
I guess, yeah.
I think the hardest thing is the choices you make. If you decide to salvage them or not, because if you decide to salvage them, you don't get any money out of it, and you can't build really a good restaurant. You know what I mean? But if you don't salvage them, they're going to be coming to your fucking restaurant, and it makes it even harder. So it really depends on your choices. The custom night, that's just fucking obscene, because you have so many fucking challenges, and so many fucking abilities that each one does. It's hard to keep track of them all. I think one of the hardest ones to keep track of is Toy Freddy, because he has a fucking weird ability, which is where you have to watch him do Five Nights at Mr. Hugs, and and that was one of the hardest ones, because you get so caught up in everything else that you forget about that.
And Angelo, obviously, the most challenging thing about Ultimate Custom Night is 50-20 mode. Obviously. Dude, I still love the Dorko meme where he completes it. Dorko crying meme. Because of how long he tried it for, and he was like crying. He's like, I love that meme.
Right. Now, here's an interesting thing with me. I see... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on.
Alright, hello?
Alright, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Sorry about that, my headset was acting up, but anyway. You know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
Markiplier is one of the best Five Nights at Freddy's players of all time.
Well, right? Him and Dorko, in my opinion, because I find Dorko really skilled. Yeah.
But Markiplier couldn't even beat 50-20 mode.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, he classes himself the king of Five Nights at Freddy's.
But yet he couldn't beat.
What is it with all these Jasons wanting to just melee kill you? What the fuck? Right.
I don't know.
Oh, here's the thing that I was gonna tell you about, which I forgot about. Is surprisingly about this is. Sorry, I could be repeating myself because that's another problem that I have sometimes. Why is she running?
She's doing the gas.
Is Jason kind of farming and then killing her?
Yes.
Thank God.
So go ahead, ask what you wanted to ask.
Is surprisingly with my fears again is I think I've only ever had nightmares after watching horror movies very few times, right? Because the only one I remember straight away was when I watched my first Halloween movie, which I don't mind repeating again on stream because I love repeating this story a lot because how funny it is, right? So on Halloween night a few years ago, I forgot how old I was, maybe 9 or maybe probably younger, whatever. So I forgot how old I was, but yeah, I was quite young. Anyway, on TV, it came up on the channel Halloween H2O, like that came on one of the TV channels. And I stupidly thought that it was a Halloween program about saving water. H2O. I love repeating that story due to how funny it is. And then I ended up realising, because I didn't watch the movie from the start, I can't remember whether I watched the movie for the first time all the way through or not, but let's just say I guess I did. Anyway, I ended up realising it was a horror movie, and then I was like, pleading with my mum, oh mum, it's a horror movie, can I end up watching it? And she said, oh fine, you can watch it. And yeah, I remember I actually really enjoyed it though, because it was, of course, the first Michael Myers movie I ever watched. But I still couldn't get over the fact, and I was laughing it up back then, how comedic it is. It was about fucking like saving water on fucking Halloween night.
Alright, so you know what's funny was, so when I first watched Jason X.
Right.
You're gonna think this is funny. I did a pirate reference. I did a pirate reference. So I'm gonna try and do it because I sound like a really good pirate.
All right. But I'm listening.
So I'm gonna try to do it, but this is what I said. I'm trying to remember. What I
said. Jason Gaming.
Really... Oh wow.
See the bottom there?
But this is when I was really young. So mine was a lot squeakier than when I could do it now. But I sound like a better pirate. You know. Okay. I said something like. I'm trying to remember what I said, but it was I know it was something like a pirate reference. I'm like, it was like, where's my booty? You know, like.
Was that what you were thinking about that?
That's
pirate
what
Jason.
I said. No, that's literally what I said. I'm like, I was trying to be funny. I was trying to do like a pirate reference, but my voice is too squeaky.
Hey, I'm actually speaking of pirates and the Jason movies. I'm surprised no one's ever made a parody of Jason X where it's like Pirate Jason. That'd be really funny.
Well, that'd be hard to do as a machine, but
yeah.
But no, I remember when I saw Jason X, I literally said this to my family. I think I said it to my mom, and I was trying to do it as a joke. And so I was like, I did it in a squeaky voice. I was trying to sound like a pirate. I was really young at the time. Yeah. Now I could do it really well, but I did like, yeah, you know, like, there's my pirate booty, you know, there's the X on the spot, you know. I'm like, oh god. I was embarrassed after I said it, but at the same time, it was fucking hilarious. Yeah. And then ever since then, that was like, every time I tell that story, people die of laughter. Yeah. It's like, It was stupid on my end, you know. It was stupid on my end, but it was so fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so basically the same situation as the fucking Halloween H2O story that I always tell people about.
Oh, but no, the only thing was I actually sounded like a pirate. I'm like, oh my god, you know. But I'm not bullshitting. That's what it sounded like. But think about that a little bit more squeakier though. You can hear me, by the way, right?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
Oh! I think I'm Jason! I'm Jason!
I was gonna tell you that you were Jason, but I didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Okay. This is the first time me playing Part 2 Jason, by the way. So...
I've played as Part 2 Jason before.
Right.
But no, what I'm saying is... But that's a true fucking story. I literally said when I was first watching Jason X, I'm like... I didn't know it meant Jason 10, right?
Okay.
So, I didn't know that. I was too young. So I just said, so Jason X, I'm like, I did a pirate reference. I'm like, I basically was like, ooh, you know, X means for pirate booty, you know, something like that. And I remember when I said that the first time, my mom and I were just dying of laughter. And I'm like, I remember I was laughing so hard I almost died. Like, no joke. I was laughing so hard, it was fucking hilarious. And
right.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
It was random. It was a random thing I said. I just said it. I didn't care. And it was like, it was for the pirate booty. And it was like, you know, it's to this day, that's one of my funniest stories I can tell, man. It was fucking hilarious. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm not bullshitting you. True fucking story that happened. True story.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
Okay.
It was hilarious, man. Hey, that's me.
Okay. Well, I want to do this once.
Ow! I want to do this once.
Oh, I got a trophy, voodoo doll. See you later then, sucker! I'm gonna go on my killing spree now. Do do do.
Do do do. But no, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
now you see why that story's so fucking funny. You know, because of how random it was. It was such a random fucking thing, and it was so goddamn hilarious. I'm just like, every time I tell that story, it don't matter if it's one of my best friends or what have you, right? Every time I tell that story, people just laugh about it. It's so fucking hilarious. Right. You know, because that's just how I used to think when I was a kid. Like, I didn't think X meant 10.
Yeah.
Why? Food's there? Why is food there?
Damn it, she had to fucking jump out. Right.
I'll be there when it comes. But no, what I'm saying is...
Yeah.
But true story, man. True story.
Yeah.
If you were there when I was little, you'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah. I would have probably laughed at it. I probably would have played around with it. It's like, Jason wants the booty. He cannot find the doubloons.
I actually said that too. I'm like, he's like, where's my gold doubloons? He's like, so you know what's funny was when Jason X came out, right? When I was doing that pirate reference, I'm like, oh hi, bitches, my name is Pirate Jason. You know, stuff like that. It was, I know that. Wait, why can't you take her out? But no, what I'm saying is right, skeptical, so listen to this.
Yeah.
So I was pretending to be Jason, so I said, okay. So I did. So you took my doubloons, didn't you? I'm like, oh god. So I started like a pirate. I'm like, yeah, you know, and something like that. And I'm like, you took my doubloons, didn't you? And then Jason was like, now I'm gonna kill you for that, you know, and something like that. I'm like, oh god.
Wait, how do you play Spare Trapped as Jason again? I keep pressing down. Oh wait, no, it's because I was inside. That's why it didn't work. Never mind. Sorry, yeah.
But true story, true goddamn story. I swear to God on my life, it's true as hell. And what's funny about that, right, was it was all random. It was from my childish mind, and you can't deny it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. I haven't told a lot of people that story. And, you know, hearing that kind of story, it's fucking hilarious.
It is.
I'm not joking you. That's literally what went through my head when I heard Jason X for the first time. Was basically, you know, that's me, by the way. But no, but it's literally a pirate thing. It was like literally like a pirate thing. You know how they made the X? It was like X marks the spot and whatever. So I'm like, well, I was pretending to be Jason, but as a pirate.
Oh,
so I was basically saying,
okay.
oh, nice. But I was like, so I was like, ahoy! You know, I'm Pirate Jason. You know, X marks the spot. Can you find my treasure? You know, and stuff like that. And then his treasure was supposed to be a fucking machete that was supposed to kill you. But you get what I mean? But
yeah, I'm just doing vandalism now. I'm just having fun.
But
no one's here, but I'm
just
breaking down the fucking wall. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, true story, true goddamn story, right? I could tell you that story, and it was fucking hilarious. And what's sad about that, right? What's really sad about it was the only person who found that funny was actually my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my sister didn't find it funny. She thought I was stupid. And my biological father thought I was just on crack.
But like I said, if I knew about that, personally, I would have found it funny. So.
It was fucking hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. I was meaning for it to be hilarious. You know? And it was like... And what's fucked up about that too, right, was to this day, it was not my best joke that I've ever done. It was not my best joke. I've done better jokes, but that was still one of my funniest jokes I've ever done. You know?
Oh my... Part 2 Jason is so easy to fucking stun.
Because he wasn't very good, that's why.
Oh, that makes sense.
He was, you know, he was what you call a basic Jason, right?
Yeah.
They want to hurt you, Jason.
So,
how many can they kill me just by like later?
They can kill you if one of them has a sweater, and if the other ones have what they need, they can kill you. But
okay.
Just be aware that if they have the sweater and they have a Tommy, they can kill you. So. I've actually been killed before as Jason, not very many times, but I have, so. And it's one of the worst things ever, to be honest.
Right.
So. But I've also killed Jason before. I've also
there
killed
we go.
Jason.
Ribbon signal!
You know, I'd be a good, do you remember Mortal Kombat? Do you remember, Baraka?
Vaguely, yeah.
The Cal Cotton?
If I saw it, I'll be like, oh yeah, but the name doesn't ring the bell, sadly.
The one with the blades in his arms?
I'm fucking furious now!
No, do you remember the one with the blades in his arms?
No.
From Mortal Kombat?
No.
Well, that's Baraka, but
okay.
I could do his voice. I can literally do his voice. I could, like, I've always wanted to voice act as him, right? And I can actually do an impression of him.
Oh, cool.
I could do it if you want.
Sure, I'm down to listen. Yeah.
Alright, listen to this. You're gonna find this hilarious. Hello, Jason. Go fuck off. I have spikes ready for you. Now go die.
Yeah. That's actually really good for it. Yeah, I like that.
You know, it'll be like, you know, I'll do another one, but it'll be like, but this one's gonna be a little bit more funnier. Right? I'd be like, this is what I'd say. I'd be like, you ready? Hold on. Skeptical, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can stay. I'm just constrained, right?
Okay. But here's another one I could say, right? This one you're gonna be laughing even harder. This one, this is like, okay. Jason, you should go to jail after all the killings you've done. Why are you fucking here, you ugly motherfucker? Go rot in hell. You know? And I could also do like, hey, our movies are pretty good at our characters in it. We'll have it in part 5 for you. You know? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know, that would be my Baraka impression.
Right.
And no, did you hear what I just said?
So, yeah, the one about why Jason isn't in jail yet?
No, not that one. Did you hear what I just said a little bit after that?
No, sorry. I was concentrating, looking up.
Here,
trying to look up.
No, listen to this one, right? Here's what I said. You're gonna think this one's fucked up. You're gonna laugh. Here's what I said. I said, in our movies, we're all the original characters. In part 5, you are a fucking ambulance driver. What is that? How does that make any sense? You know? You heard what I said, right? Do you need me to repeat that one more time? Oh!
Sorry, yeah, sure.
Alright. Let me know when you're ready and I'll do it.
Okay, no.
Alright.
Make them suffer.
You know, in our original movies, we are the original characters, but in part 5, you had to be an ambulance driver. What the fuck? That ruined the movie for you. You know? Why don't you become a fugly fuck and get out of our lives? No, go fuck off. That's my Barack impression of Roy in part 5.
Yeah.
and then you do Freddy vs. Jason. Oh god, I have a good one for this. You're gonna laugh at this. I'm like, oh, so you have a burnt motherfucker who's going up against a guy who's fugly as fuck. How does that work? How does that work?
That was great.
You know, and then who's gonna win this one? They're both fugly as fuck.
Yeah.
You know? And then Baraka's like, hey, I might not be the best looking, but I look better than both of you fucktards.
Did I lag out? Oh, hey, werewolf.
I don't know what happened.
I probably lagged out. Oh, did I? I was kicked! Damn it, the host left!
Oh, his host left the game.
I was having so much fun as part 2, Jason, just well.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah.
Hold on. Why is my headset acting up? The hell?
I got time for one more match, by the way, and then I gotta go.
Yeah, I have time for one more too, but you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you think of that impression?
They were great, even though I don't remember that character yet, because again, that's another thing I need to look into more. Because for now, my favorite character out of Mortal Kombat is always Scorpio, because I love the "Get over here."
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Baraka's always been my favorite because I love doing his voice. I'm like, so you want to confront me, don't you? I'm like, well, you're gonna die. You're gonna get a blade up your ass.
Oh, by the way, the werewolf. Are you someone that I play with on PS4? By the way, because you call me Neon, so you could be any of my friends. So
yeah.
I know you, because I probably would if you said your username thing. Just to check it.
Yeah, I'm so used to calling you skeptical by your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's alright.
You know, it's just with me. That's just what I'm used to. But I know your real name, your gamer tag is Neon Sushi 971. I know that. Yeah. But I'm just used to calling you skeptical. That's just me.
Oh, you're TJ? Oh, hey man. Damn. That's the first time me seeing that your YouTube name on there. Yeah. See, I am tempted to change my gamer tag to it, but I'll think about it, because it's half me kind of tempted on keeping Neon, but I don't know. So you know what I mean?
That's up to you. But I'm not bullshitting. I could literally do Baraka's impression. I'm like, especially how he was like when he first came out.
Right.
I could do his impression like when he first came out. I'm like, so you want to confront me now, don't you? Well, don't forget, I have a blade, and I'm gonna stick it up your ass. You know?
Yeah.
That's literally what I said when I first played a Mortal Kombat game, and I played as Baraka. And I'm like, oh, so you dare challenge me? Okay, now you get this blade up your ass. Now die.
Oh, here's a fun question that I've always wondered about you, right? Because I like these sort of questions, to be honest. Like I'm the type of person who's always down for questions, right?
I love answering people's questions. I like being interviewed. So
yeah, I like asking and answering people's questions too. But mine is, what's a thing that you'd feel like you're most excited for? Not only recently that's going to come out, and also for in the future, because I'll quickly answer mine first. Is mine... Well, actually, it's kind of smaller, so I'll try and make it as small as I can, because I could probably also go on extra things. But one, I can't think of them in my head right now until I don't ramble on for ages. But my list of my things that I'm hyped as shit on for recently is... One, the Trickster coming out. I'm even more hyped on him because he's getting delayed for the 30th, which at the same time I'm pissed off on, but at the same time I get, because there's rumours that they might be changing him again, and they might also be adding a Coldwind map rework, but that Coldwind map rework thing could be false, but I mean, that would be pretty neat if the dev surprised us with, like, Coldwind reworks. And
Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I'm still streaming. The extra things that I want to quickly say that I'm really hyped as shit for is the FNAF movie to finally be released, because I'm going to, hopefully if COVID cools down, then I'm going to be able to watch in cinemas. And also...
You know that's coming out in 2022, right?
Yeah, so more likely by then COVID would have hopefully cooled down. And also...
it should be down by that time.
Yeah, and also to watch a new Scream movie. Like...
So, what I look forward to...
I'm not.
That's a good question. No, it's a Revy Rev guy, but so I'm gonna answer this question as honest as I possibly can. The one thing I look forward to the most, Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I don't care what anybody says. I look forward to that shit.
I
look forward to that,
especially because of how many years that took to finally come into like proper production, though.
You know they're working on it this spring, right?
Wait, they're actually like gonna start working on it this spring?
Yeah, they actually are.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I remember I was hyped on it because wasn't originally that movie was supposed to be planned to be released back in 2015 or something like that? Because that was the year after the first game. Wait, it was actually really supposed to come out the same year as when the first game came out, really?
Yeah, because it was supposed to be about the first game.
Oh, okay.
But then they were like, no, let's wait till the other games come out and then we'll do the other ones. Because they were so focused on making the games that they didn't want to make the movies yet because they didn't fully know the storyline yet.
Alright. So, sorry, that's my mum. I'll quickly ask this friend to TJ. Sorry, TJ, what are you referencing to, by the way? Just to make sure, because you can repeat the thing, because I'm getting a bit confused about what you were referring to. Because more likely I'll agree on it, but I just want to double check what you're referring to. The other thing I want to quickly tell you, Angelo, is another thing that I'm really happy for about the new FNAF movie is that it's made by Blumhouse, who do like Halloween and every other horror thing.
And Blumhouse is supposed to be one of the best companies around right now.
Yeah, they're so good for horror. I'm just honestly very happy about that, like very.
Yeah. And they even agreed on a script with Scott too, which is saying something. So
basically, they worked together on the script.
Yes, because they need Scott's permission because he was the one who made the games and everything.
Yeah, of course.
It's like the same thing with the Friday the 13th stuff. It's like, you can't agree on anything without having Victor Miller. They can agree without having Scott. If you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm basically getting at. And so Scott agreed on the script that they were doing for the first movie, and now they're going to start filming it. So.
Didn't you say Scott?
Scott Cawthon.
Oh, that. Well, I'm 50-50 on that, TJ, because sometimes the games that... See, here's my whole opinion all about having fun DVD, right? So, if you're having fun... This is usually about fairness and overall killer design or how the killer's playing. Sometimes I have fun in DVD if the killer is even fucking destroying me. Like, I'll give you an example. There's like a good nurse or a good pyramid, I'll be fine by that. Because usually most people be like, oh, disgusting, you're playing as both of those killers and you're playing that good, and they won't admit to that, right? But basically, usually for me, when I'm not having fun, that literally means I'm not having fun because the killer is either playing toxically or bad. Like, it sucks in DVD when the killer's playing bad and then they have a 4K, because usually I go full tryhard and like play quite well as killer, and then sometimes I even play how the quote-unquote Survivor rulebook does it, where like, oh, they don't tunnel and shit, because usually I'm worried if the full squad has DS, or else that might fuck me over and like the run, or whatever the saying goes. But yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on that, because in a way I agree on that, because it's kind of reference to entitled survivors, but most of the time, if it's not having fun, it's mainly because the overall design of the killer's annoying, or the way how that killer's playing is just fucking annoying. So, yeah.
I'll go with you next time. But no, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, skeptical.
Yeah.
But the thing is with me, another thing I look forward to, and you're probably going to agree with me on this, the Evil Dead PS4 game coming out.
Yes, yes. I remember I told you about it, and you're like, who that was by? And then, yeah, I told you to check it out. So you actually checked it out, by the sound of things,
yeah,
right?
I did more research, and
it looks really good.
It's supposed to be coming out this year.
Oh, really? Did they say when, or is it to be revealed?
I think it's to be revealed, but I think the rumor mill right now is that it's supposed to be coming out this year.
Nice.
And if that is true, then we're going to be getting Evil Dead too.
Yeah,
and we're going to be playing that.
I'll be glad to play that with you. Like, be really.
Oh, I would be too.
Yeah,
I would be too. And but what's interesting, right, is I'll be there in a minute. Let me finish what I'm doing. But anyway, so. As I was saying before I keep getting really interrupted, is I'm looking forward to the Evil Dead game.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll be there in a minute. Let me finish what I'm doing. I already said that twice already. Jesus Christ, I love my sister, but she doesn't know how to leave me alone.
Oh, I thought that was your mom nagging you. My bad.
No, that was my sister.
Okay.
But no, anyway. So... my mom's at work right now, so...
yeah.
But anyway, so some of the things I look forward to is like the Evil Dead game, of course, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, of course.
Yeah.
I look forward to... I'm also looking forward to the... what the hell? I'm looking forward to the newer books for the Five Nights at Freddy's books. I'm looking forward to those.
Oh, that's creepy. Even though he's moving side to side like he's memeing off, that's still creepy that he's just heading towards me. Jason.
Motherfucker, Jason!
I struck him down with my gun! Nice. Time to go away. Oh, he got up. You get up? Oh, shit.
I don't know if this is smart, but I'm at Pamela's grave.
Okay. Oh, shit.
I don't know if that's smart, though.
No! Also, killers will agree with me. We are not fuck. Yes, that is true. That's in the list of the... That's in the list of the reasons why I'm starting to killer main now, because... One, I find killer, like, way more fun. I'm starting to find killer way more fun. And two, because I like killing entitled assholes. So, yeah. Because I can relate to killer main so much, because I used to be an entitled survivor. I look back at most of my... Oh shit, I'm dead. I used to look back at most of my PS4 messages, and I was like, how did I not get banned? Because some of the stories I said like sounded really entitled, and that's why I regret that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can relate on like with killer mains that get annoyed by like entitled survivors, because I used to be one. So yeah. Anyway, you can carry on, Angelo.
With me, I've always been more of a survivor main because I was never really good as a killer.
Yeah.
I've played as killer quite a few times.
Oh, I'm Tommy Jarvis! Yes!
Nice. But, you know, I've never really... It's not that I never enjoyed playing as a killer. I have enjoyed it. It's just the problem is I was never really good at it. And I've practiced it a lot. I just wasn't good at it. You know? And... Am I saying I want to get better? Of course I want to get better, you know? But it's just...
Angelo, quick question before I forget, because I vaguely remember asking you this last time. Isn't it true that you find the tapes of both Tommy Jarvis and Pamela Voorhees randomly? Like in random spots? Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
They're mainly going to be in cabinets, though. Like, they're like going to be like in shelves or something, but mainly they're in like random shelves.
Yeah, me too, TJ, me too. To be honest, see, when I, like, well, Angelo's seen my video. By the way, have you seen my clown video, by the way, TJ?
Yes, I did. I have seen it.
Yeah, I know you have. That's why I was asking if you were TJ, your name is. Yeah. And, but in that video, see, I could have been, the old me probably would have tried teabagging the clown a lot. But personally, I was like, no, I don't want to play, I mean, fine, he was quite a toxic clown, right? And I was tempted to do it. The only toxic thing I did the whole match was pointed him the last time I did a pallet slam on him because he fucking deserved it. Besides that, I wasn't that toxic to him, and I found it hilarious that I still got that, that fucking hatch escape after fucking... Because in total, by the way, TJ, if you didn't hear when I was explaining this to Angelo a while ago, I actually pallet slammed that, well, stunned, sorry, that clown a total of probably 5 or 6 times, but the other stuns were, like, not on video.
Right.
So, yeah, so that clown was obviously very pissed on me. And also I was able to give him decisive strike at one time because he picked me up before it ran out. So...
I told you I'm gonna be... I know, I'll be there in a little bit. Let me finish this. I already said that twice.
You probably said it 3 times now, actually.
Yeah, 3 times. Now, after just saying it just now.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying it's just, you know, that's an interesting thing with me. It's like, with me is, when I play Dead by Daylight, and Skeptical could tell you, I'm a pretty damn good survivor. Yeah. Only thing is I'm always the first fucking target. That's probably because they know I'm fucking good, but it's like, but I found a tape.
Oh, nice. Who was it for? Pamela or Tommy?
I don't know. I think it was Pamela, but I couldn't tell.
Okay.
But, no, what I'm saying is, so turn around, and I said this to Skeptical. So when I played with Skeptical last time on Dead by Daylight, Skeptical could tell you, one of my best characters is Jeff Johansson.
Yeah.
And I play a really mean fucking Johansson. And when I played as Johansson,
yeah.
When I was playing as Johansson last time, and Skeptical was my witness, he could tell you, I was getting fucking killed right off the bat because because they were just fucking going after me the whole time, because they knew I was good as Johansson, so they were all going after me every single time. I'm like, can you fuck off? Like, that pissed me off.
Yeah,
you remember that?
TJ, yeah, MMR, I can't remember exactly how MMR works. All I remember is that it's very broken, and the ranking system is still very, very garbo. So, yeah. Sorry, you were saying, Angelo? Angelo, can you hear me? Did you actually mute your mic, Angelo? 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 Hello? Angelo? Oh, crap. I got like an error. Angelo? Did I lag out? Oh.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah, did you lag out?
Yeah, it lagged me out.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, but like I said, I couldn't even do my outro because it lagged me out. But I did want to ask you, do you want to do, what do you want to do next time when we stream on Friday? What do you want to do?
Do you want to stream the new Season 4, guys?
Okay, and what do you want to do after that?
The next one could be your choice, I don't mind.
I'm trying to think. What other games do you have that you haven't installed that we could have?
So, we've already talked about For Honor. Is it Golf with Friends, the other one, correct?
Yes, Golf with Friends.
Vaguely.
Well, I think they have For Honor for sale right now. It's like $30.
How much is it usually?
I think it's like $60, but I think it's $30.
Yeah, I'll check later how much it is for UK pounds, because you know it's like different pound. I think there was something I was. Oh, I might as well explain this real quick. There was probably multiple things, but because they're all jumbling in my head, I might as well just explain this. So, another YouTuber who I watch, in the list of YouTubers I watch, his name's Scott John, and he actually gave a really cool idea for a Legion rework. At the same time, I agree with it, but disagree with it. Hear me out on this. So, in the video, he ended up explaining they buff Legion, he would have a secondary power, or it'd be something to do with his main power. I don't know how it works. You know how killers sometimes have like two powers, basically like Freddy and shit, right?
Yeah.
Basically, having a thing. I think it's called like.
I know what you're talking about.
Mask. They gave Legion chase music. Is I think they'd save the kind of disguising as a survivor kind of power for a future killer. Do you know what I mean?
Oh wow. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So that's what I'm kind of hoping for, and I get. Because to be honest, out of unlicensed killer ideas, my favourite one, which I would love to see implemented into the game the most, has to be that. I would love a killer that can disguise as a survivor and then quickly kind of either stay in that form for a bit and try.
That I've played every once in a while is Hyperscape, which is also made by Ubisoft.
I had that, but I think I had to delete that for a bit because I was worried about storage. But once I've deleted one of my campaign games, I'll probably reinstall it. So I did have that. It's actually
What the Battle Royale game?
Yeah, I know it is. I've played it before. It's actually quite fun.
Game.
Yeah. I've played it. I didn't play it. It's not on season 2 now.
You reinstall it.
Right.
3.
I think. Oh, 3. I played it. I think in season 2. I think, if I'm correct, but I didn't enjoy it.
I played it on season 2 as well.
Yeah.
Season 1 was boring.
Oh, I didn't know that because I didn't hear about the game back then. But was it actually really that boring?
There's a new champion that came out too. It's called Remedy.
Oh, cool. Oh, did you choose what game the other game we'd play on Friday, by the way? Because we'll be doing Fall Guys and what else? What's the other game we'd say we'll probably do?
I was planning on doing Dead by Daylight, but I mean, whenever you send me screenshots of the games you have and
wait, you know you can just check my game list now, right? It's public.
Yeah, I can do that, but only thing is I gotta go charge my controller and I gotta go eat dinner and everything like that.
Right.
But I won't have time to do it today, so that's why I was saying.
So you'll probably check that in the future then, my games.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
Pre-warning though, as you remembered, I've deleted a few of them. Not all of them, but most of them. So I know you remembered that I deleted Conan.
The ones that we might have in common, we could do.
A while ago.
Yeah, Conan Exiles. Yeah, I wanted to do that with you because that has good co-op on it. But I wanted to do that with you, but I have to buy the rest of the DLCs for it.
I'm gonna end my stream here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Make sure to like and subscribe, and do that to my awesome friend of mine who is literally like a brother to me, Kingcerberus 22. Me and him would appreciate if you did that for both of the channels, like mine and his channels. Anyway, so like I said, hope you enjoyed the stream, and yeah, bye guys.